Hey guys, and welcome back. That is not the gesture I meant to do. I meant to do the wave gesture. But join me for our Dark Souls Beginner's Walkthrough, Episode 11. I do apologize. Some parts of this area are already completed because I actually played through a good portion of it before I realized I forgot to turn the recording device on, so I was effectively talking to myself. But we're going to head down to the boss. We've already cleared the way to Sif, who is a summon that you can get for the boss fight. You actually can rescue Sif, the Great Grey Wolf. And I'll see if I can show you where he's at. Unfortunately, I didn't get it recorded, and, well, you know, Dark Souls auto-saves, so that's that. But if you can, of course, feel free to summon a player. If you can't, that's not a big deal. And in fact, if we don't get that summon, I'll be all the happier for it. Be careful coming down here. There is a trap. There'll be a crystal lizard right here. And the crystal lizard will run back in there, and there are a bunch of enemies back there, including a sorceress who will shoot you with dark magic. Dark bead is back there, so if you want to go into sorcery, go ahead and feel free to get in there. There's a bunch of enemies. Just shoot them one at a time with an arrow. Let them come to you, kill them, and use that stalactite or stalagmite right here to block the sorceress. But yeah, when they come to you, just two-hand your scythe, and you got them in one shot. Use your bow and arrows to get their attention. And basically you can pick them off one by one, and then you can charge the sorceress. Be careful, they cast Dark Bead, which hurts really, really bad. Right here, you can do a plunge attack, or just wait for him to come up to you. If you don't feel comfortable two-handing your weapon, you can always do the block and attack method. But be careful of their flailing attack. That's when they attack multiple times in a row, so you don't want to just block once, you want to block all of those attacks. Let's see here. Oh, actually, I'm trying to think of where we go to do the little Sif, the shortcut to get to Sif as quickly as possible. Is it back here? Let's see. I'm going to start taking these guys out. Show you how this is done. Come on. Come on. If you time it right, you'll hit them before they can attack you. Otherwise, just block and attack as always. I'm going to get the attention of two at once because I'm not too worried about it. You can always do just one at a time. Oop, still got me. Alright. We kindled the bonfire to 20 Estus Flask. Takes 3 humanity. Use this stalagmite, stalactite, whatever it is, I forget which is which. Use this to block the sorceress. But be very careful, because you can charge her, but if she casts Dark Bead right in your face, it's likely to kill you in a single shot. Keep that shield like right there. Roll through that if possible. If you block it, there's a good chance it'll go through your shield, through your stamina, and kill you one shot. It's very possible, so just be aware of that. Alright, so I want to show you where Sif is so that you can get that summon. And I want to do it without falling. Right here, just jump off. There'll be a ledge there that will disappear when you walk onto it. Come through here, you'll see Alvina. She'll be kind of guiding you through the area, showing you where to go. There'll be a little dude right here waiting to kill you. These guys do damage on touch, so stay away from them. Hit them with a weapon that has some range to it if possible, like a spear, halberd. And if you're following along and have the scythe is a great weapon to do that with. Oh, oh, oh. Oops. That second hit from the R1, the follow-up R1, is not the best for range. It's kind of a short-ranged attack. If you come over here, this wall, you'll roll through it. You'll see Alvina next to it. And it'll open up a secret passageway. And right in here, you'll kill some of those humanity enemies. And right here, Sif will you'll rescue Sif. He'll drop a shield for you, and then Sif will be available for the boss fight. So now you know. Sorry I couldn't get that on camera for you, but it happens. It's not a big deal. Oh, well, hello there. Oops, depth perception fail. There we go. The big ones can actually drop twin humanities. The little ones can drop regular humanities. But these guys are great if you want to farm up some humanity. There are a lot of them throughout this level. Or area, rather. So feel free to farm them up. Do not jump down anywhere in an attempt to speed through the area unless you know exactly what you're doing. There are some items to pick up throughout the area. I've already picked them up, so I'll just let you guys explore as you choose to, and then when you're ready, just follow this path to get down to the boss fight. Again, take your time with these guys. When they get right on top of you, they'll typically do quite a lot of damage, and then because they're on you, they're physically on your character, you won't be able to hit them because your attacks are in front of you, not on your actual spot. And then there's an item up here, so you can kill those guys and grab that item. And when you're ready to proceed... Oh, there's an item over here as well. Be careful. Well, I think there might have been an item over here. I don't even remember now. But when you're ready to proceed, we'll go back up here. I oftentimes get lost in levels like this in video games. Oh, okay. It's about roll off the edge. There are, of course, these little prism things they drop to kind of help show you where to go. Now, right around this corner, be careful. There's going to be a sorceress standing there ready to shoot you. See her? Be careful of dark bead. Hello. Get your health all the way up because a single shot of dark bead can kill you instantly. And she casts it rather quickly. There we go. Pick up your item right there. Goodies, goodies, goodies. I don't know why, but I'll roll down here and run down here. Don't run this unless you feel comfortable doing so. You could run off the edge. There's a little item right here. I think it's a humanity on this little corpse. I've already picked it up. Again, sorry I didn't get that on camera. I wish I had, but I didn't. Life goes on. You can drop down here. There's an item to pick up right there. This dude waiting to kill you. This little guy, this little baby buddy. This is the white Titanite slab, which upgrades a divine weapon to its max. Divine weapons simply allow you to add faith scaling to a weapon. So if you want to do a faith build, you can take a regular weapon like the scythe, add faith scaling, and then it will actually do more damage because you've invested into faith. You can do the same with magic weapons using your intelligence. Alright. So, you can actually see the boss down there. And we're going to summon Sif for this fight. And he's going to help us out. Close up. Okay, anyway. We're going to skip that, of course. Now, first things first. Block. Pan around and look for Sif's summon sign. Feel free to roll through his attacks. It's fairly easy. There it is. It's fairly easy to roll through a lot of what he does, believe it or not. Once you see the sign, just click it once and you'll get it. You don't even need to like select yes or anything. And thank goodness FromSoft did that because it is very difficult to take the time to summon in the middle of this boss fight. Back up from him. And be careful, you probably won't be able to block that entire combo, so don't just sit and block it all, just back up away from it. Drop your shield when necessary to regain your stamina. Excuse me. Once he's focused on Sif, run in, two-hand, and attack twice. Oops, I wasn't ready for that. That did not do as much damage as I thought it would. Get your shield ready and block. Oh crap, I wasn't ready for that. By the way, I was caught in that, so there's really nothing I could have done at that point. And chug, chug. Really? Oh, I thought he was going to do it again. I'm like, give me a break. Okay. So Sif will not do much damage. He will not carry you through the whole fight. He will, of course, and this is the best part of summoning Sif, he will function as a distraction for Manus from time to time. So if you don't feel comfortable, let Sif get Manus's attention, and then use that as an opportunity to heal or cast a enchantment. Whoa, wasn't expecting that. Don't be afraid to heal up as necessary. Once you get him to about half health, he'll start casting dark sorceries. Okay, so enough chatting. Let's get in there. Wow. Again. Again, seriously. Are we still doing this? Okay, he's focused on Sif. Be careful, though. He can quickly change focus, like right there. Oh, crap. Terrible roll timing. Notice that we need those 20 Estus for the way we're doing this fight. Don't be afraid to roll. rolling will get you further than blocking because attacks like that will eat through your shield. And you know, practice rolling with this guy. Don't be afraid to die. It's easy to run back to the boss fight. Okay, when he does that, you want to just keep moving, and generally you won't get hit. Move and roll. Run if you need to. He'll also do a spell. Let's see, which one is this? Yeah, the same one. Keep moving. He'll also do one where the dark magic will form this, like, what do I want to say? A wall that surrounds the entire arena. So at that point, you would turn around, face that direction, and then block it when it comes at you. Like right there, see? Or roll through it, or dodge them. You don't need the silver amulet to do this, or pendant, whatever they call it. It's recommended you get it. I showed you where to get it in the last episode of the playthrough, but you don't need it, and I typically don't use it. See? Roll through them again. If you can't roll through, just block and heal it. That's not a problem. Notice I'm switching to two-handed for attacks. You don't have to, but you'll do more damage. Let's see, which one is this? Oh, just keep moving. Oh, that was close. I shouldn't have turned around like I did, though, because then you can't block. That's basically Dark Bead. Okay, we want to get this done because he's almost killed Sif, which usually doesn't happen. Oh, see? You kind of get stuck in a combo at that point. And when he does it twice in a row, it sucks. Oh, that was close, that was close, that was close. Guys, we're in danger right now. Chug. There you go. Okay. Roll. Two-hand and go to town. We're good now. Just hit him again, hit him again. And that's it. Again, don't worry if you die. Just learn his attacks. You see that I was doing pretty poorly for someone who knew the boss fight, and I still made it through with 6 Estus Flasks left. So I wouldn't fret too much about it. You can't really do anything with Dusk. She just sort of sits there. Can you kill her, though? Yep, you can kill her. I don't know if that does anything, because I don't think I've ever done that before, but I did. Let's go see if the Mushroom Lady will give us some goodies for it, too. Level up. And at this point, I would like some more endurance, because that'll increase our stamina bar. By the way, guys, I changed the mods, and I want to talk to you about that now that we're done with the boss fight. So, you'll notice that throughout the playthrough, I had some stick points where there was some graphical stuttering, and some of them occasionally even froze up for a little bit. As I described before, that's entirely due to the mods I have installed. And I narrowed it down. I basically went in, I started with just the DS fix, with the DSC fix and SweetFX, played through, didn't get the stutter. I went to the specific points where I knew the stutter happened. Then I added the mods one at a time through the process of elimination. I was adding them, everything was fine, no stutter, no stutter, no stutter. Oh, wow. I didn't kill her, did I? Wait a minute, if you kill Dusk, the Mushroom Lady dies? Well, anyway, the Elizabeth mushrooms are cool because they will actually heal you over time. There's only 3 of them per playthrough, unless you get them from someone else or unless you hack them in, but that's a different story. But it restores a ton of health over a long period of time, so it's very, very useful for boss fights that you're having trouble with. So I think, let's see if we can reinforce our armor anymore. Yes, we can. We got some more large Titanite shards. Let's go ahead and reinforce. Okay, and then we can use the chunks to reinforce the chest piece. Alright, so as we get more, we'll go ahead and continue to reinforce. We can, of course, buy those. And at 15 minutes, we're not done with this yet. We are going to look at possibly taking on Kalameet. I'm not looking forward to it. It's an optional boss fight. I'm debating whether we need to do it. It's a boss fight that can take a long time, and I'm not particularly thrilled about doing it. So, yeah, let me know, guys, if you want me to do it. I'll come back to it later if enough people post in the comments. But again, I don't want to bog the playthrough down with a bunch of optional boss fights, especially tough ones that aren't necessary. However, we do want some... Well, you know what? there is something we want from there. So let's go ahead and do it. We'll go to the Ulashiel, the Ulashiel Township. Okay, and now we want to go say hello to Hawkeye Gough. We got the crest key, I believe it's called. Earlier, we found it inside a mimic in the township here, inside one of the buildings. Oh, I was talking about the mods. So I added the mods one by one. Added the UI mod, added a high-res font mod, added, you know, stat buff icons mod, high-res messages, high-res summon signs, added this, added that. Then I added the flora mod that makes for nicer, you know, grass and trees and leaves and all that. Stutter. Immediately noticed the stutter. So then I said, okay, well, let's make sure it's not just a culmination. So I removed every other mod other than DSFix, DSCFix, and SweetFX. Then installed only the flora mod. Same stutter. Exact same stutter. So I have everything installed, all mods except for the flora mod. Haven't noticed any stutters so far. It seems it is simply the flora mod, which sucks because I like that mod, but it is what it is. So if you have a similar experience, let me know. If you're having trouble, uninstall the flora mod. The only way to uninstall it is to remove the individual files. They're .dds files in your text override folder. If you don't know which ones they are, re-download the mod from the Nexus and look at the files in that zip or rar file, and you'll see each individual one. Thank you. Thank you. I'll buy a couple of those. I'll buy that for $1. What's that from, guys? Come on, somebody's got to know. I'll buy those, and I'll talk to you, blah, 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 and I'll talk to you some more, blah, 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 talk to you some more, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now he's repeating, so we'll go ahead and walk away. And then we will go back to the bonfire. Actually, we didn't sit down at that one, so this will take us back to the sanctuary. You actually have to sit at a bonfire for it to be your homeward bone bonfire, not just warp to it. And then we will reinforce our armor with our new large titanite shards that we just bought. Really? We can only do it once? Wow, okay, that's cool. Actually, let's do this. When we go back to Gough, we're going to buy some more by popping some souls. Warp again to the township, closest place to where we need to go. Alright, let's go ahead and rest here so that this is our spawn point. And now we'll find Ciaran here. I believe that's the pronunciation. And as always, guys, if I say something that's factually wrong, feel free to correct me. If I say something that's opinion and you disagree, feel free to state yours. Just always remember there's a difference between objective truth and subjective truth. Actually, there's no such thing as subjective truth. There's just subjective concepts. So you can talk to her, and she offers you a trade. Give her the soul of Artorias, and she'll give you a few things. However, if you kill her, you can keep the soul of Artorias, get what she would have given you anyway, and get more stuff on top of that. So, yeah, there's no reason to give it to her, unless you want to do it for lore purposes. If you kill her, you get it all. Start this fight out with an R2 with your scythe. Whoops, I didn't mean that, I meant this. Now, be aware that she is pretty good at attacking. She can bleed you out. She can toxic you with that attack right there. She'll dodge a lot. And one thing to be very keenly aware of is she will throw Lloyd's talismans at you, which will cause your Estus to cease to work for a short period of time. So if you're worried about this fight, put some humanity on your hotbar so you do have some means of healing. See, she almost dodged it. Yeah, she's very good at dodging. But she will oftentimes roll away from the first hit of a combo and roll into the second hit. So if you attack multiple times in a row, you'll oftentimes... See? She's trying to hit me with the Lloyds. There we go. Notice my bleed meter was building up. You humans. So you get her weapons, both of them, her full armor set, and you keep the soul of Artorias. Good deal if you ask me. Oops, wrong way. This is where we fought Artorias, by the way. And it does appear that she and Artorias had a thing going. Chester's over there, and he sells some goodies. You can kill him for his armor set. If you think it looks pretty cool, go ahead and do so. However, be aware he is not an easy fight. He is not an easy fight by any stretch. He has some attacks that he cannot be staggered out of. He'll shoot you with these crossbow bolts that do a large amount of damage. His attacks are fast. And just beware, you can't just simply R1 spam stagger him to death. Just beware of that. And know that you're in for a bit of a fight. These dogs are annoying. Dogs in video games are always annoying when they're enemies. But it's like the Call of Duty dog. That's cool. Riley. Isn't that his name, Riley? It's Call of Duty with a dog. It makes it totally different and totally worth buying now. It's totally a different game because there's a dog in it. You know, I wish more I wish more publishers would have fun with this industry and advertise their next game and pretend like it's totally different because it has a dog in it. Like, I really think we should do more with that whole dog Call of Duty thing that they did. I mean, that's just ripe for parodies. What the heck? I thought there were more dogs. Got him. You can time it correctly where you'll hit him right away. This is also where our heavy armor is doing us a lot of favors. Because if you had very light armor, when you go to attack, the dog would hit you, stagger you, the attack wouldn't go through, and you'll repeat, rinse and repeat. They'll keep staggering you, and you'll just have a hard time getting an attack off because you keep getting staggered. Well, not with heavy armor. Walk up here, and you need to trigger this scene right here. You want to see Kalameet fly by. Kalameet pulls a flyby. Now, at this point, you should be able to talk to Gough and trigger the next element of this encounter. Alright, so back to Gough. By the way, if you like this UI mod, I'll try to remember to put the name and link in the description. I can't think of the name at the moment. I think it's something like UI mod compilation or something. There's another really cool looking UI that I may use later called Silver UI. UI stands for user interface, sometimes referred to as a HUD, heads up display. In FPS games, it's typically referred to as the HUD, and in games like RPGs, they typically refer to it as a UI. I do want to get a whole bunch of those Titanite shards, large Titanite shards at least a few, because I want to use those for my armor. You could save all those souls and just farm them off the enemies down there. That's what I recommend you guys actually do, but I'm not going to make you watch me farm. Yes. Say yes. Yes. And I'll let you guys watch this because it's a really cool cutscene. It's one of the few cutscenes in the game that I don't mind watching repeatedly. And by the way, yes, you can kill Hawkeye Gough. After this point, you no longer need him for anything. So you can kill him and get his armor set. Here we go. By the way, he's supposedly blind, possibly. There's some argument in the lore whether he's actually blind or not, but he believes he's blind. So that's an incredible shot when you can't see. Given the distance, yeah, that's what we call impossible. Yeah. I love the way he does it. He's like, ha ha. I want to get that as a soundbite. Alright. So now he has done his work for you. There are other people you can purchase these items from. He's not the only merchant with those items. However, I believe he's the only one that sells the Gough's Great Arrow. I'm not going to show you the fight, but if you do attack him, be aware that he does a body slam that's really, really fun to watch. Okay, that's why I bought some more Homeward Bones, because I'm feeling lazy and I just want to warp. Alright, let's go ahead and sit down here. Be aware though, sitting down here while human, if you haven't killed Manus, there's a really, really good chance you'll get invaded. This was a very popular PvP spot in the early days of the DLC content, at the early days of the PC version, and still is today. Let's go ahead and repair. And let's go ahead and reinforce. By the way, if you find that you have all the materials you need, but it won't let you reinforce, make sure you have the souls. You actually do need souls. This requires 200 souls to reinforce. Every now and then I'll be like, what do you mean I can't reinforce? I've got 10 large Titanite shards. It only needs 3. Why is this not working? And I'll forget, oh, duh. You do need a few souls to actually accomplish your goal there. We bought too many, didn't we? Oh, we only bought 1 too many. Good. So now it all requires Titanite chunks. Titanite chunks, Titanite chunks, Titanite chunks, Titanite chunks. Okay. You can farm the chunks from the Dark Wraiths and the New Londo Ruins. Put on your Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. Get 10 humanity in your soft stock. And notice I have 1 right now. Once you get 10 with the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring, you have a very, very high drop rate. Alright guys, it's time for a boss fight. Let's do this thing. For those that are wondering, I hinted at a Ciaran cosplay playthrough before. I just want to let you know, it's almost done. I just got to edit it together. Now you're probably thinking, wait a minute, why is there a summon sign here? We already killed Artorias. Is that a glitch? No, it's not a glitch. You can grab summons here or in front of Kalameet's fog wall. That's something people don't realize, is that if you don't find anyone dropping their summon sign for Kalameet, come up here and grab someone who's dropped it for Artorias. Most players won't mind helping you with Kalameet. They'll probably find it kind of cool that you switched it up on them. And I do definitely recommend you grab a summon for Kalameet. He is really, really annoying to try to fight. It's very hard to find good chances to hit him with some weapons. And if you're trying to cut off his tail, the scythe is an excellent weapon. But if you don't have the scythe, you'll find that most weapons, you may find it nearly impossible to cut the tail because of the way the weapon attacks and the range on the weapon. But this attack right here, the two-handed attack, is incredibly useful for cutting off Kalameet's tail. This is a great tail-cutting attack. That, not so much. So after the first one, you have to wait a second. Oops, I didn't wait long enough, because you do not want that secondary follow-up attack. There, you want to do that. The secondary follow-up attack on the R1 is not so great. It's very, very limited in its range. Failed? Failed? I've never heard of such a thing. Summoning's failing in Dark Souls? Hopefully Dark Souls 2 has fixed the issue with all the failing. I can tell you the network test did not. But again, the network test may not be a reliable way to judge how summons will work because people were flooding a single area and everybody was trying to grab the same signs all at once. That will probably happen when the game is new. But as the weeks drag on, I think you'll start to find that summon signs will get spread out more all throughout the game rather than all at the beginning areas. And people will be at different stages, and you won't notice as much of that absolute just floodgates open kind of thing, which happens with new games. Are you excited for Titanfall? I did not get into the beta. I kind of wish I had. Unfortunately, it comes out March 11th, which is the same day as Dark Souls 2, so I'm not going to bother picking it up for a while. Unfortunately, you need Origin to run it. I'm not a fan of EA and their business practices because they tend to keep their prices very high for a long time, like Nintendo. I'm not a fan of that. I'm sorry, Nintendo. I know that you're a great company. You have great franchises. but there's just no reason to be selling Twilight Princess for $40 years after release. That's absurd. I don't know what the price is now, but I remember I went to look at it. It was many, many years after they released it, and I was like, what? $40? By that point, most games are at most $20 new. That game is selling for 40, 30, I don't know, what was it, $37.99 used? Give me a break. And yeah, there we go. Okay. That was kind of a lucky R1. Right here, you can occasionally find summons. And I'm actually going to see, guys, if someone wants to join me for this, so bear with me. Oops, what did he just message me? Not a lot of people in my FoxeoGames Steam chat, but there's a few. Oh, I forgot to tell them my SL. Anytime you guys ask for help, always let them know your SL. A great place to ask for help, by the way, guys, is in the official Dark Souls PC Steam chat room. I should show you guys how to get to that at some point, but it's already in my groups, like right here. One of these is the official one. 17 in chat, right there. Let's join that chat room. Did I join it? Where'd it go? Oop, there it goes. Okay, kind of wigged out for a second. You'll notice, look at all the people in the chat. So feel free to come in here and be careful. Don't spam requests for help, but feel free to say, hey guys, having a little trouble with this fight. I'm SL such and such. Anyone want to help me out? And sometimes people will help you out. This is the most active Dark Souls chat. The second most active Dark Souls chat that I found, and I'm not just plugging myself, is actually my own chat room. That's typically where a lot of people will meet up for PvP and whatnot. I do want to also show you this because if you are playing on PC, this is a great way to get connected with the Dark Souls community, both in my chat and in the Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition official chat group. And it's good to know that Steam is not just a platform for launching games, guys. It's just like Xbox Live or PSN, except it's got a lot more to it. There's discussions, which are actually message boards. I want to show you guys this. You can launch a browser from within the game. You can watch YouTube videos from within the game. You can take screenshots. See, you can go on here and post messages or post threads and watch other people. See someone's asking for help with Manus. Typically, I don't recommend you do that because these threads tend to be for discussion that sticks around for a while, not for the instant help me right now kind of thing. That's better off in the chat group right there. People asking for fight clubs, that's for PvP. So if you're new, a fight club is organized PvP, where people agree to certain conditions. Don't worry, I won't take too long here. You can, of course, always skip ahead a bit if you don't want to watch me get some help. But I'm just showing you that this is one way you can get help in the game if you're having a lot of trouble. Now, if you're on the 360 or PS3 version, as many of you will be, those are the more popular versions. Well, at least I think they are. You can just ask your friends, see if anyone else is out there, and don't be afraid to connect with people. Like I said, don't spam people with requests for help, but don't feel like you can't ask when you need it. Check my messages from Games for Windows Live. Somebody sent me a friend request. And the nice thing about the Steam community is everybody's got a keyboard. So you'll see people, they just have a much easier time chatting. This is not the person I was asking to help me. And this is the official chat group there. People, just be aware though, of course, that, I mean, the chat is not heavily moderated, so you may find that there's people posting some very typical judgmental stuff like, oh, this guy's healing in PvP, what a terrible scrub, and all that. And just, you know what? Don't worry about that crap. Just enjoy the game. For those that don't know, there are tools to modify the game in both good ways and bad. People have used them to make the game harder. People have used it, they call it the aggression mod, which makes enemies run at you from further away. People have created a first-person mod where you play the game what basically is in first-person mode. People have created a mod where you are eternally, forever gravelorded, which means you have these very powerful black phantoms throughout the game that aren't normally there. So there's some really cool stuff that's being done. Unfortunately, it's also used for what we refer to as the hacking with the cheaters, with the unlimited health and all that other junk. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't even do that in your own single-player game, because you'll ruin the experience. If you've played it forever and ever and ever, and you want to play around with some of that stuff, okay, I understand that. Don't do it in multiplayer, please. Don't mess up other people's multiplayer. But just be aware that if you cheat your first time through the game, you will cheat yourself out of a great experience. And that's all there is to it. Don't do it. Just say no to cheating. In drugs. Just say no to drugs. I hate having to arrest people for drugs, but I'll do it if I have to, guys. Drugs are a stupid thing to do, stupid thing to get arrested for. And it significantly impacts your ability to get a job in the future. Spongiform. That's a funny name. Spongiform. Oh, a little bit of a stutter there, but I don't think that's because of the mods. I think that's... Sometimes when I'm summoning people, I notice it stutters for a quick second. Also, I tried out something different with my system here. I just installed a water cooler, which I've never done before, and I'm really liking it. Very quiet, very cool. My system used to run anywhere from 55 to 60 degrees Celsius while running Dark Souls. And it was very loud with the loud fan. Now it runs about 45 degrees max and very quiet. Spongiform. Let me see if I can send him a quick message. Games for Windows Live will freeze up for quick seconds as well. I'm not too worried about that. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Why is send message like the fourth option? Let people know when you're waiting to grab another summon, because they'll oftentimes freak out if you wait more than a second or two, and then they'll leave. Hope this guy knows he's being recorded. You know what, let's go ahead and return the favor here.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
People will oftentimes use these things in PvP. Like I said before, guys, you can use these unlimited. It does say 1, and you do toss it and it breaks, but that's not the only use you get out of it. You can use them as many times as you want. You can put them on your hotbar and spam them. Of course, that gets annoying. There are breakable elements to the environment, which I love. And by the way, guys, if he's willing to do it, you can actually parry friendly summons. You can't attack afterwards, but you can actually parry them. Believe it or not. It's kind of funny, but I guess Dark Souls is funny like that. I hope he doesn't leave, but we'll see if we can get this other summon. So you guys see how quickly and easily it is to have lots of different chats simultaneously. I can have private chats, chat room groups. I can look at my friends list. I can check out my my screenshots. And we'll go to Dark Souls. I can look at the discussions group, launch a video in YouTube. That's my Hey Yum Me Great Shield. That's what I call it, the Hey Yum Me Great Shield. That's the mod that I made. I haven't uploaded it, guys, because there's really no point. It's kind of silly and stupid, but it's the Hey Yum Me Great Shield. There you go. Enjoy. Alright, so here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I want 2 summons for this.
Thank you.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? By the way, for DSC Fix to work, you need them to be on your Games for Windows Live friends list. So make sure you friend them on your Games for Windows Live friends list. Have DSC Fix installed, and you're good to go. See? You can parry friendly summons, even though you can't do any damage. That didn't work. That didn't work either. That didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work. This isn't working at all. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, that's not him. Darn it. Well, we might just go. I don't want to wait forever, guys. I know this isn't the most exciting part of the playthrough. But again, this is part of the experience. If you are looking to summon multiple people and people you know, you'll probably have to wait a while, wait for their summon sign to show up. It may fail a few times. If you have DSC Fix installed on the PC version and they're added to your Games for Live friends list, it'll work instantly. Otherwise, we'll just go. I don't want to waste too much time. I don't know if I want to make this guy wait forever. He was gracious enough to come into my world to assist me, and I think we'll go ahead and roll with it. Yeah, we're just going to do it. Alright, here we go. You cannot, of course, put summon signs in the boss area itself. Oh, by the way, if you hit the B button, you'll slide down ladders. Some people don't even know that. Be very careful, because this fight can be very difficult. He can do a lot of damage very quickly, and he does a lot of dark sorcery attacks. If you have the silver pendant or amulet, use that to protect yourself, but be careful because it doesn't last forever. Some of the silver, some of his attacks will last longer. Yeah, there we go. They will last longer than his, I'm sorry, yeah, some of his attacks will last longer than the pendant will protect you. So the pendant will wear off and the attack will hit you. Oh, I should not have focused on getting that. Don't stand right in front of him too much because he... Oh, back up from this. There we go. Keep your health high. Don't stand right in front of him because he can actually put this effect on you that doubles the damage you take. Oh, right there. He's invincible while he has someone. So just be aware of that. Shoot. There we go. We gotta just... I think that was his tail. Oh. Okay. Heal your summon as necessary. And I should have maxed out my Estus flasks. The further away you are from those attacks, the less damage they do to you. So just be aware it's good to back away from them. And this guy is not really doing much damage. He doesn't appear to be attacking at all. There he goes, finally. He might be thinking I want the tail, but I don't. I don't care about the tail. Shoot. I'm gonna heal real quick. Okay, I'm gonna get my shield up. Oh. Almost got me in the back. Did you see that, guys? Watch your summon and just make sure that you heal as needed for him as well, not just yourself. So don't just watch your own health, watch your summon's health as well. You can roll through a lot of his attacks. We got him low enough, I'm going to use another Estus. Don't conserve Estus if you don't need to. He's almost, I mean, he's, what has he got left? Like a quarter of his health, so don't feel like you need to save when you've got 12 Estus flasks. You're good to go. Just chug that stuff. We should be out of range right here. Yep. Oh, we got him. We got him. Oh, at least I thought we did. No. We got him. That was 100 times easier with a summon, guys. You have no idea. By the way, that message that you defeated is modified by the mod that I have. It's not the base message in the game. Okay, with that, we're going to grab a few items here. Most important is this one that's kind of hidden. One of the few that's guaranteed in the game, a Titanite slab. We can max out our Baldur shield with that. And that is the, that's going to go ahead and take care of our scythe and our shield. So we got the two most important things fully upgraded. Well, of course, I need to actually do the upgrade at a bonfire. You can grab these items here. There's another one way off in the distance. Unless you have arrows and you're using a great bow, or unless you're an arrow user or a great bow user, it's useless. It's just some great arrows, so don't worry about it, guys. Not necessary. I'm going to let him know. And let's go ahead and, while we're thinking about it, reinforce our Baldur shield to plus 15. We're going to go ahead and repair. And real quick, let's level up endurance. Alright guys, we'll go ahead and call it there. We had a great time. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I hope to see you again. I had a great time, and I hope we can, yeah, call me sometime. Later, guys. Bye.